Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Coach Oak Show on Coach Oak TV. It's today, and you know what that means. It's time for another draft league battle. It is a great day today because it is week one of the PCBL 13. We are up against Probopassed, and the team that they have brought is Raikou, Genesect, Urshi, Luna. I said that in the live comp. Sure, I want to call it Urshifu Blood Moon, Ursa Luna Blood Moon, Ceruledge, Conkeldurr, and Mega Sceptile. This is a post-com. Unfortunately, the audio got messed up on the live com, but it is a very, very fun battle. We had a lot of fun while we were going, so hopefully you will stick around and enjoy the post-com. I'm sorry, my audio settings got changed from the default. I don't know how, but I didn't catch it. That's on me. We have brought Greedent, Driftblim, Nihilego, Ogerpalm, Hearthflame, Iron Valiant, and Pincurchin. Things that got left behind. I left behind Palafin, Raikou, Mega Sceptile, both outspeeding and obviously threatening pretty heavily. Ceruledge is a bit of a trap with a lot of stuff that it can do for Palafin, as well as Bronzong and Mantine, which they left behind being the two biggest threats there. Just wasn't the best matchup for it. Mega Scizor, I didn't love into a lot of things, but specifically because it is a Ceruledge trap, and Genesect has to carry one of the drives. So Fire Drive Genesect kind of just walls it as well. Bronzong is hard for it, and even Conkeldurr is a little bit hard for Mega Scizor to break through, so we left it behind as well. Latios, similar reasons in a lot of senses. Yeah, so we brought Belly Drum Fast Greedent because it should be faster than Conkeldurr and Bronzong. Unfortunately, it cannot outspeed the bear. So it is not outspeeding the bear. It's not that fast, but it is a fast for a Greedent. We brought a EC setup Driftblim, Calm Mind, Hex, Air Slash, and Strength Sap. Nihilego is Meteor Beam, Power Herb with Power Gem, Hex, and T-Wave. We do kind of need T-Waves on a couple of things, potentially. Bronzong being one of the biggest ones, obviously not being here is nice. But yeah, we brought Hex on a lot of stuff, and obviously Conkeldurr often will burn itself for us in that regard, which is nice, but we'll figure that out as we go. Ogerpalm Hearthflame is a no attack investment, almost match XP with the chunks in both defenses as well as a good chunk of speed. I can't remember if it might be max speed. I can't remember exactly what they have, but it does have IGV Cudgel for some damage, but it is Taunt, Spikes, Synthesis, primary for a Spikes attack, and it is my automatic lead for this battle. We do have Iron Valiant with a Life Orb, 4 attacks, Moonblast, Hex, Aura Sphere, and Thunderbolt for the Mantine, which is not here. And then Pincurchin, obviously, is Electric Surge. It has a Gustap Berry, Memento, Thunderwave, Spikes as a secondary spike setter, and Discharge to try to get off potential paras as well. And as I said, we are going to lead with the Ogerpalm. Oh, this is on this. So you see they lead the Ceruledge. Once I see them leading Ceruledge, obviously Sash is common on Ceruledges, but also this kind of hints at even more so that it might be Sash. I do want to taunt turn 1 to stop the Sword Stance, so we are going to go ahead and do that. We're then going to try to get some spikes up, because as I said, this is a Spikes lead. So we're going to get some spikes. I don't want to give it a weak armor boost with Ivy Cudgel. I don't need to. Assuming that's half, I could Synthesis. I decided to go for a second layer of spikes. Unfortunately, Taunt does end, so we could Taunt again, but obviously Shadow Sneak is the likely in that scenario. So we're going to go into Greedent. Taunt has now ended. Goalie does save the shot. Our team names are named after soccer players this time. It's World Cup season. I live in Toronto right now, well, Toronto area. World Cup fever is on. I went to a soccer game for TFC last week. I'm going to one again this week. So we're very much in soccer mode around here. So our Greedent is goalie, and he stopped the shot there from the Shadow Sneak. Unfortunately, Knockoff does not kill straight off. So I have a couple options here. But the one I'm going to go for is to go ahead and put up a sub, and primarily in case of a switch out. Didn't really expect a switch out, but could be close combat as well and things like that. So we are then going to knock off. As I said, I'm expecting this to be Sash. I know I'm not going to kill, but I think at this point it's okay if I'm Sash, as long as it's only a +2 after the knockoff. Things are all well and good. Unfortunately, it is weakness policy. Them leading it with the weakness policy definitely did get me a little bit, not going to lie. So we had to plan a routing here. And basically, the thought process is this. I can't let it get a Bitter Blade right now. But if I go into Hearthflame and sack the Hearthflame, then I can get a free switch into Pinch Kirchen. So I guarantee it's at full. It should live most of the time. It only has a 31% chance to die based on the damage it did to Ogrepon. We know it's non-boosting Jolly, so and I'm max defensive Pincurchin. I can get a T-Wave off, and then even if that misses, I've got the Memento. I'll go into Custap range, Custap, Memento, all that kind of good stuff there. If for some reason they don't Bitter Blade, they click whatever else. That's okay, because then I can go, if it's this low, I can go straight into Driftblim and should be able to take it out with a Hex. So we're going to go ahead and sack the Ogrepon. Obviously, this is a very bad spot. We've got +3, +2 Ceruledge leading here. Go to Pincurchin, and they get the roll. So roll is in my favor, but that is what it is. So we're going to go Driftblim. We're still okay because we get the defense boost. We still barely live. I can't Poltergeist. We still barely live. Shadow Claws, we live Bitter Blades, all that kind of good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and Strength Sap, work its way down because it's out of range of a single Hex. I'm going to have to work my way into the point where I can get Calm Mind off or multiple Hexes into this as we go. Crits. Okay, so Driftblim's down. So this is not great. At this point, I'm just trying to see if there's any way to not get 6-0'd. Nihilego will drop to a Poltergeist, which they have not revealed that last slot yet. So we're going to go into it, and luckily they don't have Poltergeist. So after it was Poison Gem. And we do hit the Meteor Beam, so we do put on a lot of pressure here. Maybe Power Gem in hindsight was better, but I don't think Power Gem was guaranteed kill because I didn't know 100% how much bulk it had in Sped Death, but whatever. Mach Punch is obvious. We're going to go into Greedent. Greedent is not doing things at this point in all likelihood. And it was primarily here for the Bronzong, and Bronzong's not here, so that is what it is. So we do get up. Thought process here. They could go for a bulk up. They are going to get Flare Boost and all this stuff. Basically, the damage on the Conkeldurr doesn't make much of a difference. It drops to Iron Valiant anyways. So, and we're going to need Iron Valiant and Nihilego potentially here anyways. We go for, in case they went bulk up and then didn't go for Mach Punch, potentially we could get a misplay into the Belly Drum. That's the point there, knowing that's not the most ideal play in theory. We are going to get Iron Valiant to come in and get a Moonblast, so we do get a Revenger there as well. This is Mega Sceptile. Mega Sceptile low speed. It can kill with a Leaf Storm. I don't believe it killed with an Energy Ball. I have to double check that. Energy Ball. It didn't always kill with an Energy Ball. I'm at 91. It would have been a roll in my favor, I believe, although it would have been pretty close. And then I would have dropped. It's 50% chance, actually, so it's 50-50 on Energy Ball, but I would have obviously dropped to Life Orb after. And this after they did click Leaf Storm here, so that was what they had. They did have both. They thought they megaed, and then they canceled the move and didn't re-click the mega thing. Technically, it's a first turn Mega League. Obviously, we're joking when we say that. This went in our favor. So I ain't going to be too sad about it by any means. It still dropped to a Moonblast. Maybe if it lived the Moonblast, then things would be a little different, but that is what it is. So we do pick up the kill of the Sceptile. We have a chance to live anything this Raikou wants to do if we get a Moonblast drop or if we crit it. 30% doesn't come off. That is what it is. We're going to drop to Raikou with both here. So it turned into a fun battle. We had a lot of fun in the chat on the side. We have a few Brits in the league, so the soccer or football nicknames, I think, are people we're having fun with, which is good to see. And that is what it is. But we are going to drop week 1 in the PCBL 3-0. Obviously, Ceruledge did most of the damage. Yeah, mistakes were made. I definitely wasn't expecting a non-sash Ceruledge to be the lead and try to set up first turn. In hindsight, obviously, Ogrepon, that just had knockoff and wanted to do things offensively. Could have just done way more there. But I really wanted spikes this matchup. As so many of my calcs were like, oh, this drops if I get a spike up, including on Ceruledge. So that is what it is. They said after basically their train of thought, knowing that I'm so offensive, so they couldn't bring anything defensive. Everything just came in and died. They didn't want to be switching around or anything like that. They just wanted to come in, click buttons on the thing in front, and try to win the exchanges that way. And it worked. It definitely worked for the team I brought. That is what it is, because I only really had, I guess, three things that go offensive. Obviously, Iron Valiant to revenge and potentially clean. Nihiligo to potentially set up a meter beam and hopefully have a chance to clean. Obviously, Conk being a major threat to that. But obviously, Valiant and Driftblim being the other one both did well into Conk. So we were hoping to clean that up with something else. Driftblim was the thing I was actually kind of expecting might have a chance to get all the way through. But obviously, it would have taken a good chunk of setup there. But that is what it is. Have a great day, everybody, because Coach Oak said so. I will try to be live com next time. I'm sorry about my voice. Live com was fun. Have a great day, everybody, because Coach Oak said so. Goodbye and good night. Ba-bang.